Central Kentucky has enjoyed a long partnership with the thoroughbred industry and the owners and breeders who are resolute in growing the sport and this place they call home. Keeneland has been a part of this landscape for over 3/4 of a century. But as Mike Linden tells us, there's a Lexington school founded in the 1800s that's still sharing its core values.
Before the Civil War, and even a decade before the founding of the University of Kentucky, David Sayre founded the Sayre School in downtown Lexington.
The history of Sayre, in my opinion, is intertwined with the history of Lexington. And you go back and you look at old maps of the town, Sayre was here while the town was developing.
Headmaster Stephen Manella says the founding of the school as a women's college marks the beginning of the history of innovation at the Sayre School.
But when you think about what things were like culturally in the 1850s and what type of a vision it took and resolve to step forward and say, we're going to create an institution to educate women because they're going to go off and make a difference in society as well.
A few years later, Sayre opened the state's first kindergarten programs. Fast forward to the 1960s, and while no longer a women's college, the school now caters to students from preschool age to the 12th grade.
Institutions evolve, curriculum changes. If you looked at what the curriculum was in the 1850s, and it was very different than the way we approach education today. So you want to be able to evolve and stay relevant, but I think at the core of this institution is that sense of innovation.
The history of innovation has roots in the classroom too. In 1996, the high school offered the state's first computer programming class, and now students have access to the state's first one-to-one laptop program. Even the middle school students work one-to-one with iPads.
When you talk about educating students in this day and age, it's not just about book learning, it's not just about being inside a classroom. I think it's about raising young citizens who don't have rose-colored glasses on and are able to appreciate the city and see what it has to offer and can go off campus and interact with the city.
While the world around the school has changed, Manella says the Sayre School will continue to evolve to better prepare students of all ages to succeed.
When you think about an education, it has to allow you to think on your feet and be able to take your skills and transfer them, because in many respects we're educating individuals to think and excel in a marketplace that might be fundamentally different 15 years from now.
For Keeneland Magazine, Mike Linden.